I met Mr. Freeborn, Jimmy, and his nickname was Toot. And I met him when we were in 2nd grade. We knew one another. We were in the same classes together often. And when we were in 10th grade in high school, we got the vibes. And we saw one another and went what was called not going out, but going steady. We got married 1 month after we graduated from high school by traveling across the state line from Pennsylvania into New York, to Ripley, New York. That way, then when they published the news in the paper, our parents would not read about it. And 4 months later, in November, we told our parents that we had already been married. So it sounds really crazy, but it worked. And here we are 55 years later, and it's still working. What people would always tell you about our marriage is that we were always on the same page. We both had the same work ethic. We both knew what the important parts of marriage were as far as the boundaries of our marriage. And I think each marriage has its own boundaries, but I knew where I couldn't step over the line. And I don't just mean in things like being unfaithful, but in, you know, things that he wouldn't like. And he knew those things that I wouldn't like, and we never crossed those boundaries. So, did I ever get mad at him? Oh, yes. Did he ever get mad at me? Oh, yes. You tell me when you're ready, because I have a question for you.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You want me to have him read it out loud?
Yeah, you can tell
Okay.
us what's on the paper.
Read it out loud. Can you read it out loud?
Caroline wants to know if you still love me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, do you still love me?
yeah,
You do?
yeah.
Are you sure?
Caroline
Yeah, Caroline wants to know.
wants to know if you still love me.
She thinks you don't
Yeah.
like me anymore.
Oh,
Oh, well, that wasn't much of a
so
kiss.
go yet?
I want a big kiss. Okay.
How you seeing?
Yeah.
I guess for this part, you could actually tell us like about his stroke and everything.
Ugh, that I might cry about.
Oh no.
Well,
We ended up being married for quite a long time, and we had our children early. And so that means they grew up early and left early. And so by the time we were in our 50s, it was one of the most wonderful times in our life. But all of a sudden one day Grampy had some problems, and we ended up going to the hospital, and he needed to have surgery. And so he had always taken care of me. But that night in the hospital, he was having surgery in the evening, and that night, as right before he was being wheeled down the hall, he said to me, "You will have to take care of me." And I'm sure, at least I was sure at that time, that he meant that after he had the surgery, I would have to take good care of him because he would be laid up for a little while. But as it happened, he had a stroke during the surgery, so that they did not know that was happening. And when he came back to his room, he wasn't quite the same person. And so he now suffers from something called receptive and expressive aphasia, which means the things that he wants to say don't always come out the way he wants to say them. And the things that he understands are not always exactly, he understands on a little bit different level. It's called 50-50. 50% of what goes in his head gets to the right place, and also 50% of what comes out gets to the right place. So the words get a little jumbled. But we play charades a lot, and he tells me what he wants, and it works. And so it was really true. I do have to take care of him. Where do you want us?
You can just sit where you were just sitting.
Yeah,
Over here?
Yep.
we look funny.
Grampy, come over and sit next to me.
Go back and down a
Tell me
minute.
that you love me.
Okay, honey. Bye, honey.
Here, you have to sit right next to me.
What is she
Right
doing?
here, she's gonna take your picture. Come over here.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta come over here and sit next to me. Well, I think our relationship worked because he's handsome for one thing, and we could have a lot of fun together, and we did.
Like when you decided to get married, what made you think that Grampy was the right person for you?
Well, there was no, I don't remember him ever asking me to marry him, and I never said, you've got to marry me. We just knew we were going to get married because that was the next logical step in the relationship that we had. We just wanted to be together. But we also knew that we would both work hard. We both have the same work ethic. We both like the same things. And like I said, he's handsome.
Can you get him to kiss you at all?
What?
Can you get him to
Yeah.
kiss you at all?
She likes it.
He will tell me how much he loves me because I take care of him. But don't make me cry now.
Well,
Do I take care of you?
yeah, it's like you're quiet.
Do you take care of me?
Yeah, you
Yeah, that's right. Did you want to get married?
knew I was.
Said knew he was.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you thought would be valuable to say?
Well, I think we've always been gentle to each other, and kindness goes a long way. Being kind and respectful of the other person goes a long, long way. And the trust, I have never trusted anybody as much as I've trusted him. So, okay, we're going to say our prayers. Okay? Get ready for bed, okay? Do you love me?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah.
Okay.
Do you love me?
I love you. I'm glad you married me.
You really called to me? I hope so.
I do.
I hope you're better.
I love you.
I hope so. I love you.